Time for Change used the creative arts to safely explore toxic attitudes, behaviours. All of our participants that are involved in the Right Key are on their own recovery journey. A lot of them have lived experience of being in abusive relationships as well. We've had a few of our own participants being able to safely challenge situations that they've actually seen in public.
It definitely has opened my eyes to what my standard should be in a relationship.
Different forms of violence have become a norm for these young people. We did sessions around consent, red flags and green flags. One of the big learning for us was engaging young men. The young men seeing that we need them to be allies.
But it is around promoting all aspects of health relation, no matter if it's boys or girls. With over the past 10 months having reached around about 10,000 young people, the aspect maybe of me doing is that maybe the boys can see he's the one telling us this stuff. It's not just our teachers or our coaches.
Figures like Andrew Tate, they were everywhere online, you couldn't escape them. But because we were young, we didn't understand the nuance of it. We looked at that as, oh, he's just right. But then whenever White Ribbon came into my school and they said, listen, this does affect you and you need to be the one to change it. So whenever I go in and I'm speaking to them, it's not just as someone who's given a workshop, it's someone who's actually there. I went through the same things they've went through.
Women's Aid and the Royal College of Nursing come in to speak to us about the awareness of different types of domestic abuse. How to approach the topic, because it's not always just a case of someone comes in with a bruise, when did you get that bruise? It could be financial abuse, it could be mental torture. You can signpost people and empower people that way to give, to provide them the information for Women's Aid, or if they do want to speak to someone senior, that they can.
It allowed me to be able to be that safe person for patients and let them know that it's okay to talk about it. Throughout the years, it's going to roll out onto more students and we're going to develop more understanding as the years go on.
We focused on training practitioners and then we also delivered programmes within the schools. We had one-to-one interventions, particularly for the children of the women who are victims of domestic violence. The impact has been positive mental health and wellbeing initiatives then moving forward, long-lasting change within the local community.
The Fair Game programme has made me much more confident in speaking out and identifying the problems, the small problems every day that not everyone sees. We looked at various topics, mostly around violence against women and girls, how to tackle it and how to approach it. I'd say I think more before I act now.
Boys have spoken out about it. I mean, groups have said, that's not on, that you shouldn't be doing that, and that's what we've learnt up in the clubhouse.
We did an 8-week programme, just looking at safe relationships, a wee bit of work at the end on how to be an ally. You could see young people saying, that's not all right to call that girl that, or we don't use that phrase anymore, that domestic violence is the reason that they're in care. But what they didn't really know is where to go for help and how to even change their own behaviours. And I think that's what we're going to see, is young people knowing how to access more help and young people being able to challenge others.
So the programme is a 4-part programme going out to local schools in the area. It'll be looking at disrespectful language, behaviour and then the influence of the media. Boys and men of any age, despite being very uncomfortable with violence, so I suppose having someone come into the school, open that conversation and get the momentum going, that maybe more people agree with you and support you than you realise.
We work with loads of different schools, for starters, from kids from year 8 right up to year 14. And we sort of want to almost highlight what respect and what healthy relationships look like for kids. And often it's a lot of the content that we discuss is things that they're not being talked about in the classroom. The feedback, generally short-term and long-term, is really, really good for us.
And it really focused on bringing women together and getting the information out there. So we had sessions with the housing executive, we had sessions with the police, and it was just about what support and what information was available. So for me, the biggest impact has been providing a space to have that conversation and getting women comfortable having that conversation. So I don't think that you could put that into words, just how impactful that has actually been.
Awareness raising and education, healthy relationships, self-confidence and empowerment programmes, external counselling and community support programmes for women and girls. And we had over 42 women and girls. These women have more knowledge, they've improved confidence, and they've better decision-making skills to help them get support if they need it.
The one that stands out for me was healthy relationships. They were so informative, so informative. I also run a group for women, so it's all been beneficial, it's been passed on. A lot of people were having relationship problems and have since changed their life from it and grew in confidence and made decisions I don't really think they'd have made. It's life-changing, really life-changing.